Vic, could you just do a big clap in front of your face? Thank you.
That was it.
I was playing for Fulham and then was released at about 18 and a half. It really knocked me. So I was doing lots of different jobs, got a teacher's certificate, and then it was then. We didn't have an academy, which was quite hard because the facilities weren't the greatest. I was asked to come in full-time with Martin and Kim. There were just four of us, that's all there was, doing everything, scouting, physio, the lot.
We personally shared some fantastic moments together in some real challenging times.
Long hours, very long hours. I was working 60, 70 hours a week at times, but it was enjoyable when you do something.
Vic Bragg. What a legend. Every time that Vic was in, I knew it was going to be a good day.
Took $1 million, mate.
I'd see him and I'd celebrate and go, yes, Vic is in, it's going to be a good day.
There's quite a few boys up here, all come through the system, which is lovely. To become a footballer, you can have all the technical ability under the sun, you can be a good person, dedicated and everything, but you've got to have a little bit of what I call an edge. Ben White, I think everybody knows that name. Dunkey, rubbish. And if they've got that, you've got a chance with them.
Personally, I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me, teaching me from a young kid to still give me advice now.
He's been great for the club and the club have been great for him, so he's a smashing lad. You're going from there, what is he probably kid. I see ex-players now and have a chat with them, and they're willing to talk to me and not abusive, then I'm quite happy that I've done a reasonable job, I suppose.
Mars bars, I still want these this season when I score the goals. I'm overdue one, I've got to get on the pitch again.
I'll tell you what, you're going to get one for getting on the pitch.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. I'll get there.
Just want to say a huge thank you. Lessons that still stay with me to this day. The hours you spent invested into us and going above and beyond the cause really to make us into the players and people that we become.
And football takes a lot of stick, but it's saved a lot of people as well. Probably me as one of them.
What a kind man, what a lovely man, and I really enjoyed working with Vic, and he had a huge impact on not only me as a player but in my life as well.
I think when people talk about you, Vic, you're a special person, and there's very few people in life you meet and you remember what they say forever. And your saying of make the ball smile for coaches and for players, if they really understand that, is a powerful message and so simple.
I was taking a coaching session for I think 14s and 15s, and they were a really good group and they were poor. So I said, see this ball, it's miserable as hell because you aren't doing what you should be doing. I called them back in after about another 20 minutes. I said, was that better? And they said, yes. I said, you made the ball smile, and that's what I want from you every session. And that was it, really.
You are the epitome of the Team Brighton values, and you are the role model that we all aspire to be.
I'm glad you're here. Lovely. Thank you very much for coming.
We were all eating lunch one day and someone said, you know what, if I could design the best granddad, I think I'll take Vic. And it's true, Vic, you're one of the nicest people that everyone's ever met.
Thank you very much. God bless you all, and all the very best. I think I'm 76 now, so I've had 62 years in the game, so I ain't done bad. From that point of view, I've been very lucky. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome an Albion treasure, Vic Bragg. Vic, you're a very popular man. I've been told that you don't enjoy retirement very much. So when you think of your career achievements, and there are many, how do you look back in them? What stands out?
Difficult. I suppose that overall it's working with good players. I always wanted to work with good players, and I've been fortunate enough to do that, which is lovely. I worked for England schoolboys as well, so that was nice. But seeing this club grow, it's been a real pleasure, and seeing so many lads become professionals. It's the hardest game in the world to become a professional. So I've got every admiration for these anybody who makes it as a professional, because it is so difficult, and not only getting there but actually staying there. Anybody who makes it as a pro, they have my full admiration. I think it's smashing.
Absolutely. And you worked for long spells, Vic, with, I mean, let's face it, limited resources. When you look at the academy now, do you pinch yourself when you see what this football club has become?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Lots of people have done some hard work to get where we are today, particularly the board of directors and chairman and everything the money is put in is just fantastic. It's totally different to what it was before. The pitches, for example, are just brilliant, whereas before I used to have to fill the holes up the rabbits had made in the whole other pitches, and we had to count the footballs in because we were trained over the road at the university, and they did a great job, but we used to lose the balls in the bushes, so we had to go and get them because we didn't have enough money to and we had one boy who was really good at climbing trees because the balls went up in the trees, and he had to go up and get them. He was brilliant.
Changed days.
Yeah, it has changed.
Yeah,
massively.
Yeah. Ian Buckman is on stage with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ian, you're the club's academy manager. You worked with Vic for years. How would you do this? How would you sum up Vic's contribution to this wonderful football club?
I think first of all, when you talk about the football club, then you talk about the people, and that's what makes this place special. And nobody epitomises that more than Vic. In terms of our club values, in terms of everything we stand for, as I said in the VT there, he's a role model for all of us as staff, and sort of has set the standard for us all to live up to. And you can see again from the players, the many players, some in the room today, that he's had an impact on, and not just because he's a brilliant coach, but because he's a special person, and he's whenever you see the players, as you saw with Crofty there, how excited they are to see him, like that's very genuine. Wherever you go, whoever you see, like people just love to see him, appreciate everything he's given to them, and he's a very special man. And his legacy here, from an academy perspective, we talk a lot about long-term development. People could be with us for a decade before they play in the first team, and over 30 years, Vic's legacy will be unmatched for certainly years to come.
That's fantastic, isn't it? Good to hear, Vic. Vic, I'm reliably informed that you're writing a book about your time in football, and the monies very much are going to go to a good cause. Yeah. So tell us about that and the charity, and how's the book coming along?
Well, I've finished the manuscript, and I've got to see, I don't know where he's here tonight, Bruce, he's proofing it for me, so hopefully it will be okay. The charity is a friend of mine who worked for Middlesbrough, a fella called Dave Parnaby, who is a smashing fella. I worked with Dave for England schoolboys. I was his assistant for England schoolboys, and the charity looks after parents who have lost a child, a stillborn child. So it's a lovely charity, and I had a book published before on short stories, and that money went to them as well. So it's nice to give something back. It's a smashing charity, and they do some great work. So hopefully that will continue. So yeah.
Well done, Vic. I think we'll all be buying it. Well, Vic, it's fair to say you thoroughly deserve this award. And we thought you deserved a little extra gift as well. And to deliver it, please welcome on stage Jack Hinchelwood. Jack, come in. Good to see you. Why don't you come with me here? Just stand with Vic to your right. Before you hand over the gift, Jack, tell us how much Vic has done for you as you make progress in this world of football.
Yeah, I think not just me. As you can see, there's quite a few boys who Vic's had a great influence on, and you know, he's always been there for me. I think, especially coming up to the 18s and wanting to make the next step to the 21s and the first team, you know, I think Vic always sort of believed in me, and he was always telling me, you know, keep going, the rewards will come, and you know, even when he comes in training now, I have to give 1-2% extra if he's watching, just to make sure I'm at it.
Excellent. Let's do the special presentation, Jack. Away you go. What have you got for him?
Well, Vic, I think it's about time I repaid the favour with a melted Mars bar.
A Mars bar for Vic. I love that. Hold on, guys. And just to explain, for you know, we saw it we saw Solly talking about the Mars bar in the video package, but there is a significance to it, isn't there?
Yeah, what happened was that I was doing a training session, it must be 10 years ago now, at least, and balls were being crossed into the box, and nobody was diving. The diving headers were on tap, but nobody wanted to dive for them. So I said, if you score from a diving header, then you can. I'll get you a Mars bar. Well, the balls kept flying into the back of the net then. So, and then people like Solly, he wouldn't use his right foot, so I used to say to him, "You score a goal with your right foot, I'll give you a Mars bar." And same with Jack. Once you score for the first team, I'll give you a Mars bar. Makes me laugh. They're on fortunes, but they still come and ask me for the Mars bar.
Cost you a fortune, Vic. It was worth it, my friend. Good luck with the book, Vic. Congratulations for helping so many young players like Jack and others achieving their dreams, if you like. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the winner of the Sarah Watts Inspiration Award, Vic Bragg, ladies and gentlemen.